The rest cure wasn't recovery. It was a scheduled, signed, and enforced prescription. Charlotte Perkins Gilman was told to rest. No writing, no reading, no intellectual work of any kind. She followed the prescription exactly. Months later, she was crawling on the floor, tearing at the wallpaper, and seeing patterns that moved. She wrote a story about what happened in that room. Her doctor called it proof she was still ill. The rest cure was invented for a specific kind of patient. Women. Ambitious women. Women who thought too much. The prescription was removal. From stimulation. From effort. From themselves. Patients were placed in quiet rooms. Windows were covered. Clocks were removed. Visitors were forbidden. They were told not to read, not to write, and not to speak unless addressed. Meals arrived in silence. Nurses answered no questions. Treatment lasted until the doctor decided it was complete. The patient had no say in when that was. After weeks alone, patients changed. They stopped asking for books and stopped requesting visitors. They stopped wanting anything. Charts recorded this as improvement. The woman who wanted nothing was no longer ill. One woman asked to see her children. The request was denied because it was considered too stimulating. She asked again the following week. Her doctor noted the persistence as agitation. After 3 months, she stopped asking. When she was finally released, she did not recognize them. Patients who asked to leave were said to be resisting treatment. Patients who grew anxious were said to need more rest. Patients who accepted the silence were said to be healing. There was no behavior that ended the treatment early. There was only compliance or extension. The room decided when you left, not you. The men who designed the treatment were celebrated. Dr. Silas Weir Mitchell treated the wives of senators, the daughters of industrialists, and the most respected families in the country. His patients emerged quieter, more agreeable, and less likely to want things. Husbands were satisfied. Fathers were relieved. No one asked the women what happened in those rooms. The rest cure faded when women began writing about it. Stories and essays appeared. Accounts that could not be explained away. There was no formal condemnation and no apology. The treatment simply became unfashionable. The rooms were eventually emptied. The method fell from practice. But the women who passed through them carried something forward, a flinch at silence, a fear of wanting too much, a suspicion that rest and erasure were the same thing. The treatment ended. The lesson did not.